Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night, staring at the ceiling, feeling exhausted but unable to fall back asleep? Maybe it's 3 a.m. The room is so quiet you can hear your own heartbeat. The red digits on the alarm clock blink 3:17, almost mocking you. You close your eyes, trying to lull yourself back to sleep, silently counting, if I fall asleep now, I still have 3 hours left. No, 2.5. Oh no, not even two. And in the darkness, you can't help but wonder, why do I keep waking up at this hour? If you're over 50 or 60, know that this isn't just happening to you. Millions of other women experience the same kind of night when it feels as though their body has a mysterious clock that wakes them up at the exact same hour. But this isn't a coincidence. Your body is sending a message about your health, your emotions, or sometimes about your own internal rhythm. The real concern is that many people react the wrong way when this happens. They glance at the clock, sigh, start worrying about how tired they'll be in the morning, and then try to force themselves back to sleep. But that stress triggers the release of cortisol, a hormone that keeps you alert, makes your heart beat faster, and pushes sleep even further away. The more you try to force yourself to sleep, the more your body resists. It's like trying to make a butterfly rest in your hand. The tighter you grip, the faster it flies away. But here's the good news. You can absolutely regain control in those early hours. Waking up between 3 and 5 a.m. isn't something to fear. In fact, it's a natural in-between state, half asleep, half awake, where just a few simple actions done the right way can gently guide you back into deep sleep. In this video, we'll explore 5 things you should do when you wake up between 3 and 5 a.m. These are simple, gentle steps, all scientifically proven and recommended by sleep experts to help your body relax, calm your nervous system, and ease you back into restful sleep. From adjusting your posture and regulating your breathing to understanding the deeper connection between emotions and sleep, you'll see that with just a few mindful minutes, everything can change completely. So stay with me until the end of the video, because tip number 4, the one most people tend to overlook, might just be the key that helps you not only fall back asleep faster, but also wake up feeling lighter, refreshed, and full of energy. So why is 3 to 5 a.m. considered the body's golden hour? When you wake up around this time, you might think your body is malfunctioning, that you're suffering from insomnia, sleep disturbances, or simply aging. But the truth is far more interesting. Scientists refer to this period as the window of physiological awakening, the time when your body naturally transitions from deep sleep to the phase of preparing to wake up. Between 3 and 5 a.m., your body begins releasing more cortisol, the hormone that helps you feel alert and ready for the day. In younger people, cortisol levels rise gradually and gently, allowing them to stay asleep until morning. But after age 60, the body becomes more sensitive and reacts more strongly to hormonal changes. Just a little anxiety, tension, or a slightly warm room can cause a sudden spike in cortisol, and that's when your eyes open. It's not because your body's weaker, but because it's actually working too efficiently to protect you. There's another factor at play, the body's liver-lung-heart cycle. According to traditional Chinese medicine, between 3 and 5 a.m. is when the lungs are most active, performing a kind of cleansing, both physically and emotionally. That's why many people tend to cough lightly, feel thirsty, or experience a heaviness in the chest during these hours. Whether you believe it or not, modern medicine has observed something similar. In the early morning, the respiratory and cardiovascular systems shift their rhythm, increasing blood flow and oxygen levels to prepare the body for daytime activity. But here's the thing, if you've been under a lot of stress during the day, or if your mind is still holding on to unresolved worries, your nervous system can store them. Then around 3 a.m., when your body is trying to reset and restore itself, those emotions rise to the surface, causing you to wake up. In other words, you're not just waking up for biological reasons, but emotional ones as well. And this explains why the more you worry, the harder it becomes to fall back asleep. The moment you open your eyes, most people instinctively look at the clock. In that instant, the brain starts calculating and spinning thoughts. If I don't fall back asleep, I'll be exhausted tomorrow. I have so much to do. Within seconds, your body activates the fight or flight response. Your heart races, your breathing quickens, your muscles tense up. Yet what you actually need at that moment is the complete opposite, the rest and digest state of calm and recovery. So instead of fighting it, learn to cooperate with your body. Waking up at 3 a.m. doesn't mean you failed at sleeping. It might simply be a sign that your body is updating its system, clearing out hormones, adjusting your breathing, or processing emotions that haven't yet rested. When you understand that, instead of feeling anxious, you can smile and think, all right, my body's talking to me. Now let's help it calm down. From here, we'll walk through 5 practical steps you can do right there in the dark, without medication or special equipment, to help your body and mind return to a relaxed state. These methods are not only scientifically proven, but have also been successfully used by many older adults. And the very first step, something that may seem small, but holds surprising power, is changing your posture. When you wake up in the middle of the night, the first thing most people do is lie still, staring at the ceiling, hoping sleep will return. But the longer you lie there, the more your mind starts replaying the same thoughts. Why am I awake again? I'm going to be so tired in the morning. And within seconds, you feel your heart beating faster and your body becoming restless. That's when your nervous system switches into alert mode, the very state that keeps you wide awake, even though you don't want it to. This has been scientifically proven. When you lie still in a state of worry, your brain interprets it as, we're in danger. In response, your body releases adrenaline and cortisol, 2 hormones that make your heart beat faster, your muscles tense up, and your eyes stay wide open. The result? You stay awake even longer. That's why the first and simplest step to break the cycle of sleeplessness is to change your position. Sit up gently. There's no need to turn on the light or check the clock. Just sit up, lean back against your headboard, or place an extra pillow behind you, and if you like, rest your feet on the floor. The sensation may feel a little unusual at first, but it sends a powerful message to your brain. I'm in control of this situation. According to sleep experts at the Mayo Clinic, changing your posture after waking up helps interrupt the stress signals circulating through your body. When you move from lying down to sitting up, your nervous system receives the message, it's okay, there's no danger here. This helps lower your heart rate, reduce cortisol levels, and gradually bring your body back into a relaxed state. In that moment when you sit up, do everything slowly. Don't turn on the light and don't rush to check your phone, or the clock blue light can trick your brain into thinking it's morning. Instead, let your eyes adjust to the darkness. Feel your breath, your heartbeat, and the warmth of your blanket. You might be surprised to realize that your body is perfectly fine. It's just your mind that's a little tense. If you'd like, you can lean slightly forward while resting against your pillows as if you're gently bending down to listen to your body. This position helps activate the parasympathetic nervous system, the part responsible for rest, recovery, and deep relaxation. And then, as your body begins to relax, take a deep breath. Feel the air move through your nose, down into your chest, and slowly exhale through your mouth. Don't try to fall back asleep. Just sit there quietly as if you're giving your body a brief pause between 2 dreams. Remember, the goal of this first step isn't to force yourself to sleep. It's to stop fighting against yourself. Because once you stop resisting sleep, it will find its way back to you naturally. Sometimes just one small action, sitting up, changing your posture, is enough to reset your entire internal system and guide you back to your natural rhythm of peace. And once your body is calmed down, you're ready to move on to the second step of what most experts call the golden key to sleep. Breathing the right way to bring your body back into its natural state of rest. Now that you've sat up and your body feels more stable, take a moment to notice your breathing. You might find that it's short, quick, and shallow, the kind of breathing that happens when you're anxious. That's completely normal. But this very pattern is what keeps your body in awake mode, even though you're longing to drift back to sleep. In fact, your breath is the switch between 2 states, tension and relaxation. When you're anxious, your breathing becomes shallow and rapid. When you're calm, it slows down, deepens, and evens out. The good news is, you can reverse that state at any moment simply by consciously changing your breathing rhythm. Sleep experts at Harvard call this the recovery breathing technique. It works by activating the parasympathetic nervous system, also known as the relaxation system helping your heart rate slow down, your blood pressure stabilize, and your brain release serotonin, the hormone that makes you feel safe and at ease. The technique is incredibly simple. Let me guide you through it, step by step, gently. Sit back comfortably, close your mouth, and begin by inhaling slowly through your nose for 4 seconds. Feel the air move through your nose, down your chest, and into your lower belly. Don't force it, just enough to let your stomach rise slightly. Hold the breath for 1 second, then exhale slowly through your mouth for 6 seconds. Let the air flow out naturally, as if you're releasing a long, relaxed sigh after a tiring day. Repeat this 5 times. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 1 second, and exhale for 6 seconds. This 4 to 1 to 6 breathing rhythm is highly effective. If you'd like, place one hand on your chest and the other on your belly. As you inhale, the hand on your belly should rise gently, while the one on your chest stays still. That's how you know you're breathing correctly from your diaphragm, not your chest. As you breathe, imagine that with every inhale, you're drawing in a cool, calming energy of peace. And with every exhale, you're releasing all the worries and tension trapped inside. Inhale peace and exhale anxiety. Round after round, you'll feel your mind growing lighter and your body gently softening into ease. If you find it a bit hard to focus, try counting silently in your mind. Nash 1, 2, 3, 4 as you inhale, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as you exhale. This gentle counting works like a lullaby, guiding you back towards sleep. Many older adults say that by the third round, they already feel their body sinking deeper and their eyelids growing heavy. A doctor at the Cleveland Sleep Center once said, "The way you breathe is the way you sleep." Slow, deep, intentional breathing not only helps you fall back asleep faster, but also improves your overall sleep quality because it teaches your body how to stay calm under stress. So next time you wake up at 3 a.m., don't panic. Sit up, place your hand over your chest, and start breathing as if you were gently embracing yourself. Your breath is your most loyal companion, always there, ready to help you find peace again. When your body has relaxed and your mind feels calm, you're ready to move on to the third step, one that deals with something seemingly small, yet often responsible for more sleepless nights than you realize: your surroundings. When you wake up in the middle of the night and can't fall back asleep, sometimes the problem isn't in your mind, it's in your environment. Sleep, much like a delicate flower, only blossoms when the space around you is peaceful and gentle enough for your body to let go. And surprisingly, some of the tiniest details in your room might be the very reason you keep waking up throughout the night. Take a look around your bedroom, not with a critical eye, but with the gentle awareness of someone caring for themselves. Start with your pillow. When we're young, we can sleep on almost anything. But after 60, the neck and spine become far more sensitive. A pillow that's too old, too flat, or too high can throw your neck out of alignment, leading to muscle tension, shoulder pain, and indirectly, those middle-of-the-night awakenings. If you often wake up with a stiff neck or sore shoulders, chances are the culprit is that old familiar pillow you've grown used to. Next, pay attention to your room temperature. The human body has an ideal temperature for deep sleep, usually between 60 and 67 degrees, 15 or 19. And when the room is too warm, you're more likely to sweat. When it's too cold, your body tenses up to stay warm, both of which can disrupt your sleep. Scientists call this thermal discomfort, temperature-related restlessness. Even a few degrees off can significantly shorten your sleep cycle. So before going to bed, make sure your room is cool, well ventilated, and that your blankets and bedding match the season's weather. Another factor many people overlook is light and sound. Even dim light from a digital clock or a hallway lamp can affect the pineal gland in your brain, which produces melatonin, the hormone that helps you feel sleepy. So try turning off unnecessary light sources or using thicker curtains. As for sound, complete silence isn't always best. Sometimes a gentle background noise, like the hum of a fan or soft rain sounds, known as pink noise, can actually help your brain relax more easily than total quiet. Sometimes all it takes is one small adjustment, pulling up your blanket, fixing your pillow, or turning off a light for your brain to register a sense of safety and relaxation. allowing your body to slip back into deep sleep more easily. And here's something very important. Let your bed be reserved only for rest. Avoid reading the news, scrolling through your phone, or watching TV in bed. These habits make your brain associate your bed with wakefulness rather than relaxation. Create a safe zone for yourself, a space where, the moment you lie down, your body understands. This is time to rest, not to think. Sleep isn't just the act of closing your eyes, it's a ritual, and that ritual begins with the environment you create. When you take a few minutes to care for your sleep space, adjusting your pillow, turning off the lights, keeping the temperature comfortable, you're sending your body a loving message. I'm taking care of you so you can rest. Once you've built the perfect environment for sleep, it's time to move on to the fourth factor, a silent cause that many people never suspect. Your body might be thirsty. But here's something interesting. It's not just about drinking water, it's how you drink it that matters. Many people, after waking up, head to the kitchen, pour a glass of cold water, and gulp it down, and the result? They're wide awake. Cold water constricts blood vessels, raises your heart rate, and signals to the brain, it's morning time to wake up. That's why the secret lies in smart hydration. If you often feel thirsty at night, keep a glass of warm or room temperature water beside your bed. When you wake up, take just a few small sips, feeling the water flow down your throat. Don't rush it. Let your body sense each sip, as if you were gently refreshing yourself from within. Nutrition experts from the Mayo Clinic recommend that taking a few sips of warm water before bed and right after waking up not only soothe the throat, but also helps steady your heart rate, ease restlessness, and improve blood circulation. Another important note, don't drink too much. The goal is to relieve your thirst, not to wake up for multiple bathroom trips. One or two slow, mindful sips are all you need. Think of drinking water as a way of gently soothing your body. It's okay, everything's fine. Let's rest a little longer. When you drink with that kind of attention and calmness, your body immediately recognizes the signal of safety and gradually returns to a relaxed state. Science has shown that even mild dehydration, just 1 to 2%, can cause a faster heartbeat, tense muscles, and an overactive brain, all of which make it harder to fall back asleep. But by rehydrating the right way, your stress hormones decrease, your body temperature stabilizes, and sleep finds its way back to you more easily. So before you start counting sheep or tossing and turning all night, try the simplest thing. Take a small sip of warm water, feel your throat relax, and slow your breathing. Sometimes that alone is enough to guide you back into a peaceful sleep. And now, after your body has been soothed and your mind has settled, you're ready for the fifth factor, something deeper, more subtle, yet often the silent reason many women wake up between 3 and 5 a.m. Unresolved emotions. Have you ever woken up at 4 a.m. with a strange feeling, not quite thirst, not quite pain, but a heaviness in your heart, as if something inside you remains unsaid? It might be an old memory, a quiet worry about your children, or simply that vague sense that something isn't quite right. Many people believe that waking up in the middle of the night is purely a biological issue. But the truth is, emotions have their own clock too. When everything around you falls silent, the mind begins to whisper the things you tend to avoid during the day. According to traditional Chinese medicine, the time between 3 and 5 a.m. is when the lungs are most active, and the lungs, they say, are the home of sadness. Unresolved emotions such as grief, regret, or worry often surface during these hours. From a modern psychological perspective, this is also when the brain processes unhealed emotions, especially if you've been carrying stress or unresolved concerns from your waking hours. In other words, when you wake up in the middle of the night with a heavy heart, it's not your fault, it's your mind knocking gently, reminding you that something within needs to be heard. The key is not to fight it. Don't force yourself to fall back asleep right away, and don't rush to push the feeling aside. Sit up, lean against your pillow, take a deep breath, and whisper to yourself, "It's okay, I'm just feeling a little tired right now." Interestingly, many women over 60 have shared that those 3 to 4 a.m. awakenings eventually became moments of deep self-understanding. They began to recognize what truly worried them, what they needed to release, and what they'd been holding on to for far too long. Over time, They stopped fearing those sleepless nights because they realized that was when the heart was quietly healing itself. Waking up in the middle of the night isn't always a problem. Sometimes it's a gentle conversation between you and yourself, between a mind that longs to be understood and a body that longs to rest. When you learn to listen with kindness instead of fear, sleep will return deeper, lighter, and more peaceful than before. And once your mind has been freed of its burdens, your body is ready to relax completely. Now you can move into the final part where we'll learn how to reset your body in just 1 minute, gently guiding yourself back into deep sleep. By the time you've reached this point, you'll realize that waking up between 3 and 5 a.m. is no longer something to fear, because now you know how to listen to your body, understand the message it's sending, and gently guide yourself back to rest. Every time you sit up, take a deep breath, adjust your pillow, or sip warm water. It's more than just a step toward sleep. It's your way of telling yourself, I deserve to rest. The things that seem small, changing your posture, breathing slowly, adjusting your environment, drinking water the right way, and listening to your emotions are actually powerful habits. They don't just help you sleep better, they also bring you a calmer mind and a more peaceful heart each day. When you understand how your body works, when you know how to comfort yourself in the middle of the night, you're no longer controlled by sleep, you become the master of it. If today's message brought you value, please click like to help more women discover this video. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss future videos about sleep, health, and happiness after 60. I'd also love to hear your story. Share in the comments below. What time do you usually wake up, and which of these 5 steps would you like to try first? Your story might just become the inspiration another woman needs, someone who, like you, is learning to find her way back to peaceful sleep and a quiet heart.